And in this video, you'll see exactly how to select the appropriate balancing machine. Okay, you'll also find out specifically why it sometimes goes out of calibration and also when you might need to make a new selection. Alright, so if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because every time we post a new video, you'll be notified. Alright. Here you can see that the balancer is unplugged. I'm going to turn it on, okay? It's never been used. It's brand new. In the last video, I even showed how to assemble the machine, okay? So it's plugged in here, alright? So we're going to continue. If you want to watch the previous video where I was assembling this machine, the link will appear up here. You can see here, look, these parts here. And I took them from here. Look, I assembled it in the previous video, right? I assembled it because how do you assemble it? Because if you want to assemble it, you can put it together and use it with these parts. Personally, I prefer to work without these parts here, okay? I find it easier that way. You have more options to center the wheel on the machine, as I'm going to show you now in this video. To do the calibration, you need a wheel. Preferably a new tire, but a used one can work too. But I like to use a new tire, and you'll need a 13 or 14-inch wheel. So look, to secure it. Later, I'll make a video just with tips on how to secure these wheels on this machine. Actually, I'll do even better, okay? I'm going to make a complete course. Alright? Just about wheel balancing, okay? So how do you balance it? I'm going to make a complete course. And as soon as it's ready, I'll leave the link in the description of this video, alright? So if you're watching this video and the course isn't ready yet, there's no point in checking now, but go ahead and check the description just in case. Alright, so I have a tire installed here, okay? It's important that we remove all the wheel weights, okay? So it's a 13 or 14-inch steel wheel with no weights on it. Oops. I'm going to cut the video. Actually, there are still some weights on it, so I'll take them off now, look. Alright, I'm holding the camera with my left hand and Monica won't be able to help, so I'll have to pause. Done. Now let's fix the camera in place. Yeah, you can see the wheel and you can see the display. So, here we go. I'm going to remove the weight now, for real this time. When it's easy to pull the weight off by hand. Wow, this one's really stuck, huh? The weight's been removed, okay? Let's check the other side too. It's important to remove the weight from there as well. It's important that the rim is clean, alright? The tire should be clean, everything in order, okay? Alright, it's been removed. So, to do the calibration, what do I need? Tire, rim, and the 100-gram weight that comes with the equipment, alright? So, in this case here, I'm simply gonna do the following. I'm going to hold it, I'm going to press here. Look, letter C, letter F. Look, do I belong or is there? Nothing happened. So I'm going to hold both together. Hold, if you press and release, it has to be really close together. There, look, now it worked. It showed up. Cal also, no. So you press and hold until Cal appears, alright? And then we'll set the machine to spin. The first spin, okay? Now it's going to tell me what, look, you put the finger without, right? In this case, here you need to add 100 grams. Here, look, you can see there's a little light that's off here. There's a little light. I'm going to spin it. Look, it starts spinning. Look, I'm spinning. All the lights turned on and it beeped. This is the inner side. This is the outer side of the wheel. Inner side of the wheel. Outer side. All the lights turned on. I'm going to the outer side, the outside, and I'm going to put it on. I'm going to add those 100 grams. Okay, let's do it. Just a little adjustment here. The rim of this wheel is very curved. That's why you want to open it up a little, this wheel here. It has a very curved rim, so removing and adding the weight is a bit tricky. And that's not good. You shouldn't hit the machine hard, okay? So, you tap the weight lightly on the machine. The light turned on there. High spot here. Look. I'm going to bring the camera closer so you can see, okay? So, take a look. We bring it closer. Look, the high spot on the wheel, see? It's like marking my day on a clock. And I'm going to spin it one more time. Let's see now. You can see there. Look. Now it said the following. Look. It just told me now. It said here, look. It said add 100 now on the other side. See? So what do? I'm going to spin the wheel here. The first thing I'm going to do is remove the weight I put on the outside. I removed the weight, right? Now I'm going to spin it here, look, to find the spot, see? I'm going to spin it, look, to find the high point. Everything will light up here, see? High point. Here, as if it were noon. I put it here at the high point, see? Here, I don't have support to tap, so I pull it to the side, see? Now, yes, look. A light tap, okay? And I do this, see? And then what's it going to do? It's going to say call end, which means the calibration was completed successfully. The second question in the video is why the machine loses calibration. So it loses calibration first. One of the reasons is impact, okay? So hitting it to put the weight on. So the less impact, the better. So you put the weight on. You put the wheel on the ground and finish securing the weight to the wheel. That's one of the points. The second point, and the most common one, also very common, is due to power fluctuations and outages. As I explained in the previous video where I was assembling this equipment. Now the last question of this video. How do you know when the machine needs to be recalibrated? This is important. You put it on. Imagine this. The machine asks for 10 grams, okay? It asks for 10 grams on one of the sides, right? So you go there and put on 10 grams, then you spin it, but it does not zero out. It asks for another 10 or maybe another 5, or let us say, here's what happens. You start from 0, it asks for 20, you put 20, but it does not zero out. It asks for another 5, another 10, another 20. So you have to keep adding weights, moving weights around, right? So this is an indication that the machine already needs to be recalibrated. I'm just going to take the wheel off here. And now I could start working with the equipment because it is calibrated. Beauty? So this video will end here. A very quick, well, objective video. If you liked it, click like. Like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Why? Whenever we post a new video, you'll be notified, okay? And if you want to become a qualified standout professional, I'll leave the link to our basic to advanced course, Vehicle Geometry, right here in the link below in the description. Just deal.